all those years ago.
There's one person in particular. His name is Monsieur Varro. He was a scout at Cannes, but he wasn't just a scout. He was part of the fabric of the club, and he was always in my mind. I still call him every now and then, and he's the person to whom I owe almost everything.
Now in his 80s, Jean Varro is immensely proud of the role he played in setting Zidane on the road to stardom. He treasures the many mementos he still has of his protégé and remembers very well how he first came across the gifted teenager.
I was drawn to his technical ability. I'd never seen anything like it before. The other people who were watching were more concerned with the game itself, the individual battles. They didn't seem to notice his virtuoso performance. It didn't take me long to pick him out. He was fantastic.
Zidane signed his first professional contract with Cannes. The club is now languishing in the French third division, but they were an established top-flight side when Zidane arrived. After biding his time in the youth ranks, the midfielder was given his debut in 1989. His performances soon caught the eye, and Zidane was snapped up by Bordeaux after just 3 seasons in Cannes. There he linked up with the likes of Christophe Dugarry and Vicente Lizarazu. In 1996 he helped les Girondins reach the UEFA Cup final, a tie they lost to German giants Bayern Munich.
I spent 7 years at Cannes when I was very young. I met my wife there. Then I went to Bordeaux, and it was there that I grew up. It was there that I realized that I could achieve something in football. I became a father, I got married, all the things that made me a man.
Nowadays, the man is a global superstar. Zidane has one of the most recognizable faces in the world, but he prefers to shun the spotlight, dedicating almost all of his spare time to his wife and 3 sons. When he hits the headlines, he does so for the right reasons, a fact that makes him even more special, according to one of his national team colleagues.
For me, he's the best player in the world. No one else comes close. He really is a fantastic player, and he's also a fantastic human being. For me, anyone can be a good player, but the human side is also very important. He's a champion in my eyes because he's very humble and, at the same time, very influential on the pitch.
Zidane's move from Bordeaux to Juventus in the summer of '96 provided the midfielder with the high-profile platform his talents deserved. He adapted well to life in Serie A and inspired the old lady to 2 league titles. Eventually, Real Madrid came a-calling.
After 5 years at Juventus, I felt I'd done all I could there. I was stagnating. I wasn't improving. I wanted to progress. I wanted a new challenge. I wanted to meet new people, a new culture, new fans. So no, it wasn't that difficult. On the contrary, I'm very happy now.
It was during his time at Juventus that Zidane established himself as the mainstay of the French national team. Les Bleus had flattered to deceive in the early 1990s, failing to reach 2 consecutive World Cup tournaments. In 1998 they qualified as hosts. With Zizou pulling the strings in midfield, the French proved unstoppable, and his 2-headed goals in the final against Brazil helped France lift the trophy for the very first time.
It's the fondest memory that I have. The World Cup was something magical for us. To win the World Cup in France, in front of our own people, in front of our own friends and family, you couldn't wish for anything better.
The celebrations in the French capital went on well into the night, and the hero's name was quite literally up in lights. Zidane's $65 million transfer from Juventus to Real Madrid in the summer of 2001 remains a world record. And that's quite a compliment when you consider that Ronaldo and David Beckham have since been added to the list of illustrious names at the Santiago Bernabeu. In the eyes of many, Zidane remains Real's star turn, although he's rather uncomfortable with some of the terms used to describe him and his teammates.
I don't consider myself to be out of this world, a superstar if you like. I'm a member of a team that, as a group, is a good side. We have players whose names alone lead people to think that they're in some way different. We're all human beings, and we all get on well.
The two-time FIFA World Player of the Year continues to impress, and he's already helped Madrid win the UEFA Champions League and a 29th Spanish Championship. His teammates are delighted to have him in the side.
He has exceptional quality. He's got an elegance about him that you don't see in any other player when it comes to controlling the ball or beating an opponent. I think you can always enjoy everything he does.
I described him a few weeks back as a ballerina on the pitch because the way he moves across the pitch, his first touch with both feet, you know, he's like not many other players. So, you know, to now be in the same team as him is a great feeling.
Had Jean Varode not spotted him, who knows what would have become of Zinedine Zidane. That he did is something we should all be grateful for, as we continue to delight in the 31-year-old's skill and reading of the game.
I wasn't the one who made him a world champion. He became a world champion because he worked at his game. He never stopped progressing. I knew that with his style of play and his tricks that he would be good. But I never thought he'd become the best. Of course, it makes me very happy.
With Zidane's retirement scheduled for 2005, we should all try to enjoy him while he's still around.
Next week on